Hey everybody, so I got another quick tutorial I want to show you guys really quick because I see several people asking about blending their images together. So let me show you something that's a little tedious, but it's not so bad. But let's just get right into it. All right, so let's go here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pick a customized size, and I have a size that I'm going to use in particular. You honestly can use any size that you need. It does not have to be this size, but I like to definitely do my designs most of the time in the longer vision when I'm doing stuff like this, when I'm doing more detailed or more tedious type of work with my designs, right? If that's making sense, if you guys are following what I'm saying. So, but you can use any size. But for this particular one, as you guys seen, I used the size for this is actually 1280. Oh, I'm sorry, I went to the wrong spot. It's over here. It's actually the 1280 pixel by 720 pixel. Okay, you don't necessarily have to, but again, you can. So this is what you're going to do. For this, you're going to need your two images that you're going to be using. So hopefully you have two images that you already uploaded. Okay, so for this one, I'm going to use two images that don't quite necessarily fit in this square area, but or this rectangle area, but I'm just going to show you like one of the tricks that I have done. So again, this is why I said it doesn't have to be this size, because a lot of us may not have images that's this big. So let's be real. We may not want to, we're not going to have that. It could have definitely been smaller, but the way I'm about to merge these in is why I'm going to use this like this. But it can definitely be smaller. It does not have to be this big, but I'm going to go ahead and try it this big. Okay, I'm going to do it this way. So you see I got both my images on here, and I opened up two new pages. Okay, again, size doesn't matter when it comes to this. All right, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna, after you've gotten your images in there, you're gonna then go over to your elements. All right, so let's click into elements, and then while you're in elements, what you're gonna type in is fade. Now you can't just type in, I'm gonna show you two things you could do. You could do gradient, okay, just by itself. You could do gradient. All right, and that's perfectly fine. Go to your graphics. I like to do my see all. That's in my graphics, and that's totally fine. Or you can even type in another one, which is fade transparent gradient. Okay, it's pretty much going to give you the same thing, but I just want you to know that you could do those two, and you're going to pick whichever fade you want. There's some videos I've seen out there before that talks about like you have to have a specific fade in. It all depends on what you want your image, how you want your image to fade in, or what you're trying to fade into your image. So it would really be up to you on what you pick. But on this one, we're going to pick one that is well known, which is this very first one here. And I'm going to put it in there. Now, as you see the fade, you probably can't see, but the fade is on this side more, but I'm going to want it on this side. So I'm going to just go ahead and tilt it just like that. Yeah. And then I'm going to bring it over here. I'm going to go ahead and make sure it fills out. And I know it's crazy because you can't see it, but trust me, I want my fade to fill out. I'm going to bring it over just a little bit. Just a little bit. Now, once I've done that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit my Alt, and then I'm going to drag. When you drag it, that actually duplicates it for you, okay? You see, if you can't maybe see the what it looks like, but it does actually duplicate it for you when you drag it, okay? So I'm going to just drag it a few more times. And usually, I'm going to be honest with you, the reason why you would do this like this, is because your picture would usually be a little bit bigger. So whatever's on the other side, and I'm going to show you in just a second, what would have been on this side of it, you would see it getting covered in white because you're dragging this, all right? So you would usually drag it enough to make sure that you're covering this side of the image as well to where you almost can't see it. Once you do all of that, what you're going to do now is you're going to take and you're going to pull this up. See my picture in the back? Actually, hold on. Let me show you guys. I should have did this. I need to lock this in, so I'm gonna lock that picture in because otherwise it's gonna try to group with that, and I don't want it to group. Okay, I don't want it to group with it. I'm doing something totally different, so I gotta make sure I lock this in. You see how the purple now is just on the lines that I made the gradient on, or I expanded the gradient on. That's what you want it to be. Okay, you don't want to group your picture as well. So if you're only doing like a half a picture, make sure you lock it in, lock the picture in. So when you do your copies here, okay, you don't take in the picture too, only the copies that you need. So now that I've copied it, I'm going to go ahead and group them. Now that I've grouped them, I'm going to go ahead and copy them, all right? Now that I've copied them, I'm going to come down to this image here. Hold on, let me go down some more. And I'm coming on this side. I'm going to hit paste. Of course, it's going to be on that side, and I don't want it to fade on that side. So what I'm going to do is turn this around, because that's where I want my fade to be. Okay. And you can pretty much see how your fade is going to go into this. To me, I feel like this. Once you do this, start adjusting how you want your fade to really go. So again, you're going to adjust your fade that you have just to right where you see them for the two images that you're going to merge together, how you want to see them look. Just imagine it in your mind, these two already. You see how I can see the both of them? I got a good idea how it's going to look in the merge. Just a little bit of a good idea. So that's how you want it to be, all right? Okay, so now once you've done that with the both of those, right, and you adjusted it exactly to how you see it fit, you've made as many of these copies as you need to make on your first image, you grouped it together, you copied it, pasted down on your second image. Now, once that is all the way done, what you're going to do now is you're going to download these images. So we're going to go to share. And when I hit my download, you could do them individually, each single one of them. But I'm going to be honest, I just downloaded together because they're still going to be individual pics. They're just going to be individual in a zip file, that I can open up on my downloads. If your downloads actually save at the bottom of your Canva or whatnot, then you may not want to do it like that. You may want to do it individually, because I've heard some people have a problem with being able to open it because it'll end up downloading as a zip file. But if it opens up into a totally separate area on your computer, then by all means you could just keep them like that. And I'm going to go ahead and hit my download, because I wanted to go ahead and download. I didn't hit anything else. I just kept it as a PNG for the both of them. I didn't hit nothing else, right? So I'm going to say my merge pics. And let those go ahead and save. Okay, y'all. So now I've got them downloaded. So what I'm going to do is I downloaded them. I took them out their zip file. I went ahead and named them. So I'm going to go ahead and drop my images onto Canva. Oops, I meant to drop them both at once. But it's all right. I'll grab this one too. Drop it onto Canva. We're going to shoot back up to the top. All right. So I'm now going to come down here. And on this blank page here, and no, I'm not going to use the ones that's up there because there's too many elements in this that are movable. So you're not going to put it on top of here. Okay. I literally was trying that, but it didn't work the right way doing it like that. So you do have to download both of the images. And then once you download both the images, then you have to place them over here. So I'm going to go ahead and place this one on here first. Okay. I'm going to stretch it out. Make sure it's fitting like it's supposed to. Then I'm going to go ahead and add this, the second one. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to put her over here. And I'm going to stretch it out just like she's supposed to. Now, once I've done that, with the image that's on top, I'm going to go to my transparency icon. And I already set it at a same percentage all the time. So I'm going to do it at like 60 on here. Maybe. Actually, I might go, let me see, 65. No. Oops. Did that wrong. Did that completely wrong. I think I'm going to go with my 65, or my 60. I'm going to keep it at 60. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and keep it at 60 on there. And let me also fix this top here. Go ahead, go over a little bit more. Now I can tell you off top, I probably would have moved my transparencies just a little bit, either more this way or more that way, because I see the big transparency area that I have right here, which is totally fine. I'm okay with that. That's cool with me. But when you are doing it, do kind of think to yourself how much transparency you want. How much do you want it on the image that you want to come out more, you know what I'm saying, on whichever side. But when you do your transparency, do remember you're going to have that part in the middle. So you do have to be wise about how much you're going to push it over or move it over. But this is why you do it all in the first image first. You copy it, and then you bring it down to the second image, and then you adjust it a little bit more about how you want it on the second image. But I'm cool with exactly where it's at, right? So now that it's done and I've given it the transparency of 60, I'm now going to go right back to my share file, and I'm going to go ahead and download just this image here, okay? Still leaving everything the same. Take away the 3, just going to do the current page I'm on, which is page 3, and I'm going to go ahead and download this, okay? Okay, so once you got it downloaded, again, now you're going to come back to the image. You're going to take it and drop it back into Canva. Once you drop it in Canva, yes, you're going to add one more page again. And don't worry, you don't really even need these other pages once you've done what you've done. But you are going to add the one more page again. Then you're going to go to your final cut image. You're going to go ahead and make sure it does fill out. Once again, all the way through and through, okay? Then you're going to make sure you clicked on the image. You're going to go to Edit Photo. Hit your Edit Photo. All right. Once you get into your edit photo, you're then going to go ahead and hit your adjust. And while you're in your adjust, what you're going to do is you're going to reduce the brightness. Okay. So we're going to go this way to reduce the brightness. You don't want to make it too dark, but reduce some of that. Then you're going to increase your contrast. And then you're also going to increase your saturation as well. So like I said, I decrease my brightness, bring it up just a little bit, just a little bit, not too much. I did take my contrast down, but again, I'm going to tell you guys this one for the video. I know it looks like, whoa, that's super bright. It is, because I should have actually thought more about how I set this on here. Right? I should have thought about more how I sat on here. So I'm going to redo it just one more again so I can show you guys. But that is the blending process that you can use. You can even go down to your saturation, your sharpness, if you want to bring it out a little bit more to make it just a little bit more sharp. And I don't do too much, just a little bit. Go ahead and hit your clarity, because your clarity is going to help you with that as well, just a little bit. But that's how you would blend your picture. So now I'm going to go ahead and play with this one more time and re-download everything, just kind of moving my my blends around just a little bit more. Okay, so let me get rid of this one. I'm going to leave that one here. That's the final. And I'm going to go back and play with these two so I can change up my blending just a little bit. All right. All right, guys. So I went ahead and I kind of redid it again. It's way better this time around. I will say I think I just put too many fade shadows over here. So I would, go back to something like this, ungroup, and maybe, I don't know, get rid of a couple of these that's up here that you really don't need. I deleted the whole group. My bad. I didn't want to delete the whole group, but I would go in and kind of like delete a shade here or there that you don't need, because that's more what the issue was. I put several of them in here and I probably didn't need that many, but at the end of the day, I did want it to do, it did do exactly what I wanted it to do. I'm sorry, I was just kind of regrouping it to see what that fade would look like. Yeah, I would have probably took it down some so that the fade was more like this instead of as many fades as I had. But that's okay. That's going to be the tester and the trier of it all. That's the beauty of you being able to play with this. Hold on, I'm sorry. I'm trying to move this one so I can show y'all. Oh my God, sometimes Canva be tripping. Just move. There we go. As you see here, that fade is a lot more thicker than this fade is. I know it may be like, I can't see it, but trust me, it's, from my view, it's a lot more thicker. So that's why this one came out with a thicker fade area right here. And this one still had, or here it is. This came out with that thicker fade area right there. So it was kind of harder to contrast it and change it. But this one, I took it down. I moved the fade back a little bit on both of them, so it came through way more beautifully. It looks like she's sitting on the chair, and this just happens to be a boutique shelf right next to her with a purse on it. So you see how you can fade them into each other. So the joy of this all is you will have to play with your fades a little bit, just a little bit. But once you get it down packed and it looks the way you want, bada bing, bada boom, you have now blended your images. Perfect, simple, and just pretty much easy as all outdoors. So go ahead and you try it out yourself. Get some of your images, have fun with it, blend it together. Let me show you one more other thing really quick. Let's say I'm going to go ahead and do this because this is one thing I've been loving. Oh, no, it was already there. It was already there. No, not really. I should have just went back to fade transparent. Okay, look, this is going to be crazy. Watch, let me show you guys this. Let's see. Do that. Then I'm going to go to my see all. And I want one that's long. I want one that's short so I can show you guys really quick that fade in on a video. I'll just make it short. I'm going to show you guys this too really quick. You get these videos that are super long and you're just like... Okay, you get these videos that are super long. You're just like, I don't want it to be that long. Don't worry. Go up here to where it says edit video and cut. And you can size it down. It does not have to be that long. Okay, guys? I'm going to take it down to like 15 seconds. Where are we at? There we go. I only need 15 seconds worth, right? But then I'm going to go back to my fade. You see how I kept doing it and you could see how the lines were? Look, I'm going to go back really quick. Hold on. Let me show you. Watch. You see how you can see that line increase right there? And you can even see it in between these two right here. This is why you have to add. And how I kept adding it, that's why you want to add those, okay? Because you don't want to show your line increase, right? I'm going to come here and I'm going to go ahead and download 2. Make sure you do actually save it as, make sure you change that so that it does say MP4, because I got video and images on here. The first one I had to make sure was saved as a PNG, and then the second one is going to still say PNG, so you need to make sure that you save it as an MP4 video, or it's just going to save itself as an image, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and let this download, and then I'm going to show you guys how we're going to go ahead and try to merge this image into this video. Okay, so once it's done downloading, take the image, upload it, take the video, and do the same, upload it. Okay, so of course I'm going to put the video on first, okay? So put your video on first, spread it across like you need it to be. Then go to your images, get the image that you need. I probably could have used one of the original images I did, but that's okay. The image that you need. Then go to your transparency again. I'm going to go with 40. I'm going to do 40 on this one because it is a video in the back. So I'm going to go ahead and do 40 on this one first, okay? And for me with these ones, I like to go straight into the image really quick before I download it. And I like to go to the adjust And then I will go to my brightness off top, and I'll go ahead and take the brightness down on the image part a little bit. Oops, sorry. Down. Not much, not too much. Not too much, like at a 10. And then I'm going to bring my contrast up too a little bit. And this is all before I completely download it, okay? Bring my contrast to like 25. Come on. All right. And I'm going to go ahead and saturate it as well really fast. Nope, not too much. About 30. Okay, so I did that to this, right? So this is still a moving video, right? But it's not done. So now I'm going to go ahead and take, and I'm going to go to my share. I'm going to go to my download. And I'm going to go ahead and click off all pages. And I'm going to go ahead and download this as an MP4 player. Hit download. Okay, so now that I've downloaded that video, I'm going to go back to this and drop it in here. Make sure I add my page. All right, it's done. So I'm going to put it in here, of course. I'm going to come here. And mind you, I already did a lot of adjusting to it, right? But I'm going to go to edit video. I'm going to go to my adjust. And I'm going to go to my brightness. Taking it down a little bit. I went the wrong way for a second. I'm going to go to my contrast. Bringing it up some more. Right. Come on. Not too much, but enough. And I'm even going to go back to my saturation. I'm going to saturate just a little bit. Now that I've done that, this is what the video's final will actually end up looking like. The video is done now. So now I was able to fade my image into my video as well, right? And there's a lot of different, and this is why I said the fades that they have on here, you don't have to just use that one. When you go to your elements and you're going to the, it's already pretty much on a bunch of fades that I've already been looking at. Let me see, make sure. Yeah. And you go to the fades, the fade elements on here. There's a bunch of different ones that you can utilize. Do not just get stuck with using that one. If you wanted to fade at a certain part of the video, you can do that as well. If you wanted to, what's one of the things I did? I did the circle fading. I'll show you guys how I did that. That's going to have to be another video because it's very detailed. But you could take your circle fading and have the picture actually come into the video. It's really dope. I was going crazy. But the point is you can use different fade lines on here, or shapes on here. And, of course, you can always adjust it and move it around. As you see here, I use this particular one. And I love it. I love it to death. It made my picture zoom come right into it. At the same time, it's really cool. The only thing I would say, y'all see these lines back here? It's because I didn't need to pull my fade out so far. So if I had actually taken my fade, it's funny when I say that to myself. If I actually had taken my fade and pulled it back, hold on. I'm trying to get the whole thing at one time. There we go. And pulled it back just a little bit more on here. And then when I dropped the young lady into it, I could have had her in there and just pulled her back just enough so that her fade was there. It wouldn't, or pulled her up a little bit more so her fade will cover up there. It wouldn't left so many lines in the front. But yet even still, when it comes down to it, the bottom line is you can go ahead and you can insert your images into a video by fading it out, just with those steps right there. And you can go ahead and you can merge a picture into a picture by using those same fade steps. Got it, guys? I hope you do. So like I said earlier, go ahead and start playing with it yourself. See what you get out of it. Show me what great, awesome videos you can and will be making. And I'll stay tuned to see what else you got to show me. All right? Or better yet, why don't y'all stay tuned too to see what else I got to show you, because oh my God, I have so much to show you. All right, you guys, thank you so much. Make sure you like, subscribe, and follow. And if you're not in the AI Boss Family group, you better try to be getting up in there, because we about to have some really dope stuff going on. We about to have these live shows, these giveaways, raffle offs. Like, it's about to be crazy for the spring into the summer of the AI Boss Family community. So you better get in where you fit in, because you about to miss out, boo. All right, that's all from Coach Brazyl. Y'all have a good one. Bye-bye.